Hey everyone, welcome to another Wednesday riffing by me. I hope you're all having a great week. I, to be quite honest, have not had the best of weeks, but you know what? It made a good topic for this week's video. So I wanted to continue on the theme of last week about law of attraction and manifesting. Someone wrote to me that they wanted to know more about this mindset I was referring to. So I'm going to give you a real life situation that's been happening in my world that kind of came to an end, sort of, on Sunday, and apply it to what I was talking about last week. So for those of you who know, I am a published author. My first book, let me get that for you. Hashtag is a year yet, being the person you want to be with, was featured at the London Book Fair. And I coincidentally and very serendipitously ran into a senior VP of a major publishing house. Now, I wasn't supposed to be there originally. That was not planned. It was a last minute thing. I don't know why she happened to be there. She had no reason to be there. But my agent and I were there. We chatted, and bam, we thought, shit, this might be a book deal. So I get back to the States with my amazing editor, work on a kick-ass proposal for not one, but two books. We go back to the publisher, my agent presents it. They're like, oh, this is great. Give me 2 to 3 chapters per book and all these other things, like market analysis. I'm not gonna bore you with the details. So again, we go back, I bang out 4 chapters. My editor busts her ass doing market analysis, all this stuff. We present this 40 plus page package to them, and at first I thought it was a good sign that the senior VP passed it along to someone in her editorial staff almost right away. So I'm like, oh, okay, so she definitely wants it. She's just kind of getting someone else's eyes on it. Now, I want to go back for a second. While I was writing this proposal, I stayed with the mentality of, I'm going to write the best product I can, and I'm going to get this contract. I'm going to get this contract. And I just maintained that outlook of like, you know what, it just seems too good. This is going to happen. And I just was very positive about it. I was very calm. I was very chill. Maybe 1 or 2 days I would be like, okay, when am I going to hear something? But for the most part, I was like, let me just bang out a great product. And then, we were waiting, do different things like beef up my social media and, start this YouTube channel and my newsletter. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now on my website. And all of these things, right? So I'm just living my best life, staying in that mentality and that manifesting law of attraction mentality, and come to find out Sunday that they decided not to move forward. Now, needless to say, I was quite gutted. For the first hour, almost paralyzed, sitting in my chair in my house after reading this email. And I was like, so what's with this law of attraction stuff, huh? So it got me to thinking to last week's video, which is law of attraction manifesting is not this mutant superpower. Because I could sit here and manifest Channing Tatum on my lap until the cows come home, and it's not gonna happen. The best is I'll find a bootleg copy of Magic Mike on the street corner. Is that law of attraction and manifesting? No, that's just dumb luck. Because who would want to have a bootleg copy of Magic Mike on the street corner? But here's where I think law of attraction is much more of a mindset, or manifesting and law of attraction is much more of a mindset than this woo-woo superpower that they make it out to be. I think that it's, okay, so I get this invitation to submit to this publisher. So if my mindset of like, oh, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, it's never gonna happen. So as I'm working on this book proposal, I'm going to probably create like really mediocre, if not bad content. Why? Because my mentality is telling me I can't do it. Or I'm not gonna get it, I'm not gonna get it, I'm not gonna get it. See, a lot of people in the spiritual community will say, oh, I'm not gonna get it, I'm not gonna get it, I'm not gonna get it, isn't gonna give it to you. Well, it's not gonna give it to you because your negative thoughts is going to somehow transmit to the other parties and influence their decision. No, your actions from I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to get it, are going to influence that because you're not going to show up powerfully. You're not going to produce what it is that you need to produce. All of these things, right? So, so no, if you think, a lot of people also like to talk about, oh, don't think like that because that's what you're going to attract. And I talked about that last week. It's like, you know what? That doesn't always work. Um, we have to honor what we feel and make different choices despite how we're feeling. That's the bottom line. So negative feelings are okay. It's what we choose to do with them that will make or break us. So let's go back to this whole manifesting gig. So I get this rather serendipitous meeting. I get this rather serendipitous invitation. And I was like, okay, it's a for sure thing. So what I did was, what I manifested was not this book deal. It never was the book deal that I was supposed to manifest. What I manifested was a damn good 4 chapters for 2 more books that are still going to be written, by the way. It will find a home. I believe in my agent tremendously. And that's what I manifested. I created really good content. So now I get this rejection despite having created really good content. And mind you, the rejection was based more that I don't have a strong online social media platform than the actual content. They actually did like the content, which is really sad and speaks to, as a society, that we've become so reliant on social media and online platforms. And I almost want to say, fuck you to social media, but sadly I can't because it's the world we live in. So I get this rejection. What do? I let myself feel my feelings. Now, by feeling those negative feelings, am I never going to manifest a publishing contract? No. I need to honor that, you know what? This sucked. They liked me, but they don't like my online presence. Now, I move forward and I'm like, okay, I had to remember why I like to write. And it's not for publishing contracts. That's just like the rainbow sprinkles on the sundae for me, because it's still a good sundae without the rainbow sprinkles. But of course, a publishing contract would have been like a massive amount of rainbow sprinkles. I love rainbow sprinkles, of course. So for me, I had to go back to my why. Why do I like to write? I like to express my ideas. I like to have a platform where I could say what's on my mind without people, well, they will correct you, but I could ignore it. I could, share what I believe to be true without having to be in any kind of heated discussion or anything. And I like to inspire people. Like, people inspire me. And sometimes I even get that feedback from minor Instagram posts, which, it's just, it really just, it warms my heart when I hear that. I posted something, I think it was a day or 2 ago, about, I felt defeated because on top of this, my cat got sick, and, there was just a lot in 48 hours. And, I posted something, and one of my followers was like, oh, thank you, I needed to hear that. So even in sharing your pain, you are helping somebody else, so you're manifesting something good for them. So it's always a manifestation process, but it's not always going to be what we want it to look like. A good friend of mine always says, I just got to do the work. The outcomes aren't up to me. I believe that for the most part, because again, going back to writing this proposal, the outcome of what I was doing is up to me. Their decisions about it was not, because I get to control my output, but I don't get to control their decision. So I hope I explained this whole law of attraction, manifesting stuff a little bit more in depth, and really just honor what you feel and keep moving forward in your dreams, because it may not end up looking like you wanted it to look like, but it's probably exactly what you need. So with that, I leave you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.